Is she gonna off herself?
Hello, Dr. Yeah.
Tatiana.
It's good to see
Oh no. Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. Thanks for clicking on this video. Today I want to watch Three Body Problem Season 1, Episode 7, entitled Only Advance. Only Advance. Don't know what that might mean. I have no idea really what that might mean. We know that Yi Wenji looks like she might be willing to fight on the side of humanity with her supposed I have a few tricks up my sleeve yet. We know that Jin had some crazy idea to help maybe propel a probe out to the aliens, and then what's his name said they might put a person. I was kind of thinking that maybe Will might be the guy. I didn't mention that last time. I thought about it since then, that maybe because Will's dying story, you know, he might end up being the guy they put on the probe, although that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Only, you know, plot-wise, not, you know, actuality-wise. I could kind of see, like, you have a chance to live your last months saving humanity. Well, it doesn't make sense. Anyway, originally I thought Jin might be the person on the trip, but this is all insane. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe we should just start. It's the penultimate episode of the season, so only 8 episodes. And yeah, I just kind of don't want to let this show lie too long, you know. So I'm just going to kind of try to push through it, get these out. Because I'm dying to find out what happens. It's such a good show. All right. Well, let's do it. Like, subscribe, comment, and if you like full reactions, the link to my Patreon's down below. And let's get going.
Keep going up. It's the first star that you see.
All right, got it.
That's it.
Oh, is this the star that he bought?
That's not DX390. No, that's not it.
It is. As soon as the paperwork came in, I checked its position against the IAU designation. Fuck, did I get the parallax wrong?
Wait, he's fucking with him?
Dude, how the fuck would I know which one is DX3906? No. That's DX3905.
You're a fucking asshole.
That's pretty funny.
You feel good doing something that crazy? You're spending 19 million on
19.5. And yes.
What the fuck?
Couldn't think of any better place to put that money?
Nope.
That is bullshit.
You could just tell her it was you.
I'm not telling her.
I'm just saying, if you did, you never know. But you never know.
You're not fucking telling her either.
Well, I think you have to swear someone to secrecy before you tell
Promise
her the secret.
me, you will never tell her.
Whatever, dude.
So what? Is it because that money goes to help her project? Or what is she kidding exactly? What the fuck?
Oh, hey, wake up, bud.
Uh-oh. I don't get it, because there are, like, things, I think, now where you can go buy, like, oh, put my name on a star.
right? How's he doing?
No, he's good.
Yeah?
Yeah, in fact, he's better than good. He's as high as Willie Nelson right now.
How you feeling?
No, this is a really good room.
Okay, get some rest, okay?
Come when you can.
Yeah, I will.
Aw.
Someone came for you.
He's like, I can't ever go anywhere.
Fuck me. Aren't those insanely expensive? No sign at all who it's from?
Nope.
Well, you've had lots of fancy suitors, I'd imagine.
I have, but none with that kind of money. I haven't known anyone like that since Jack.
Maybe Wade gave it to you.
And why would he do that?
Because he fancies you? Oh, come on.
No, you come on.
Tin, you seem to be in denial about how weird this is.
This is weird. This is maybe the 28th weirdest thing I've seen this month. Adjust your weirdness horizons.
No shit.
Some crazy rich person bought me a star. Or someone's taking the piss. Almost certainly, someone's taking the piss. Either way, I don't have time to worry about it. This is stupid. No one owns a star.
Well, according to these documents, you are the legal owner of star number DX3906.
What is the point of this plot thread?
Conditions.
I wonder.
Dr. Chung.
Something to say?
Yeah, could you not fucking torture a dog?
We were just wondering if we belong in this meeting.
Traveling 1% of light speed? How long will it take the staircase probe to reach the Santi fleet?
200 years.
And what will happen to the probe's occupant during that time?
Death.
See? You do belong in this meeting.
It's been a long struggle with many setbacks, but we've done it.
What? Invented?
Is it alive?
He's not dead. He's not alive. He's somewhere in between. For a month now.
How long can he stay that way?
As long as we like.
So they invent suspended animation.
Kolya's cells have been flushed with an anti-freeze cryo protectant and cooled to minus 150 degrees. Ну, привет, Коля.
Is it gonna work for him?
Дотронься до оранжевого квадрата.
Something gonna happen to him? Yeah.
Typical side effect.
The Doomsday Express just pulled into the station. You can all queue up behind me.
I thought this was about the probe passenger. You're going into hibernation?
As soon as I can.
Who's gonna run things here?
I am. I'm gonna wake up for a week every year, fix the fuck-ups, visit Mom, hire people, fire people, go to Wimbledon, and then go back under.
What, for 400 years?
Someone has to be here to welcome them when they arrive, and someone has to keep the plan on track.
You could just train someone to run staircase.
Staircase is a project, not a plan. There's only one person on Earth who can oversee the plan.
What is this plan, this amazing plan that no one else but you can handle?
Only advance.
I don't know what that means.
You will when you get there.
Are we gonna get there? I want to see 400 years from now.
The staircase probe needs a sail. It's a nanofiber weave, not the single strand we've made so far. It's a lot more complicated.
And you can make it work?
I can make it work, yes.
I'm glad you're here.
You know why I started doing this work? The people I saw around me. My mother's family. I saw what the world did to them. I wanted to build something for them. I ended up on the wrong side.
We don't know her backstory, do we?
Without the work we're doing, there won't be a choice at all. We're building something for everyone. We're building them a future.
You believe that?
Don't you?
I want to. And some days I think it's possible. And some days I think that the people getting fucked over will always get fucked over.
Also true.
And none of them will get to sail away.
Yeah, of course. Hallucinating?
Will?
Can't believe he blew 20 million bucks on that bullshit.
You're right, love.
How do you know I was here?
The hospital contacted us. Roxanne is down as your next of kin. How you feeling?
Well, I'm dying. So there's that. It's been a while.
It has, I know. We feel bad about that. You were always the smartest one. That's why Mum and Dad sent you to public school and uni.
Are they brothers and sister?
I didn't get to do physics. I had to go off and do waitressing and filing and...
Don't start a sibling. Oh, what's going on?
Look, we haven't been what we should have been to each other. I know that. And I take my
His sister.
of the blame. We came to ask you, since you don't have anyone...
Who says I don't have anyone?
Well, do you?
I might.
If you have someone, you haven't had them for long. And we're your family, Will. And whatever Mum left you, it should go to us.
They're there to ask him for money? Too late. He blew it on a star.
My life didn't amount to much. I never loved anybody who loved me back. Whatever Mum left me is yours.
That was ugly.
The smallest hibernation rig I can supply weighs over a ton. If we want to accelerate the probe to the required speed with the propellant available to us...
The heaviest payload it can carry is under 2 kilograms.
That's a very small person.
I would say a person is the ever-changing pattern dancing through the neurons of their brain. If that exists, the person exists. We would, however, have to remove that brain from their skull. It'll be enough for them to rebuild the rest. If they do, we have a man on the inside.
I'm sorry, are we talking about killing someone for this?
And we weren't before?
What the fuck are they talking about? Putting a brain in a...
Hello out there, in here, wherever your cell phones may be. All that we are is up here. What's going on up here and here? That's humanity. You want to understand us? You'll need to get your hands or tentacles, or whatever the fuck appendages you have, on the thing itself. We'll send you someone smart. Someone who can learn about you. Someone like the people in this room.
What the fuck?
What about it? Serious people? Who wants to meet the enemy? We need someone who knows about physics, chemistry, rocket science. Someone who's willing to die, likely for nothing. Which probably means someone who's dying already.
Well.
Any of you know someone of that description?
Oh, shit.
Barbaric.
We need the staircase project. Propulsion, cryogenics, materials sciences. It'll shoot us forward 2 generations in all of them, even if it's a failure. But we need a reason for the project to exist. And the person inside...
The severed fucking head inside.
The person inside is that reason. Your friend Will is that reason. And if they find him, he can learn about things that we wouldn't know otherwise before they get here, and it's too late. Only advance.
What kind of magic aid bullshit is that?
It doesn't matter what Will learns. How could he possibly tell anyone about it?
He seems a smart enough fella.
They're listening to everything you're saying. You can't outsmart them. You can't plot against them.
Maybe he can.
No, he can't. That's not who he is.
You don't know him.
That's right, neither do you. Or the Santee. Only Will Downing truly knows Will Downing.
Wow.
I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 1,000. Do you know what it is?
No.
That's right, you don't. Neither do they.
Interesting.
Just tell him not to do it. He'll listen to us.
He'll listen to you. I never should have come to work for that man. For any of these men. I fucked up. I need to fix it. I'm leaving.
How's she gonna fix what?
I have a new project that's going to require everyone's participation.
Who's he talking to?
About your project.
Have you ever heard the term wall phaser?
What's the Great Escape?
It's my business. Mine and Ali's. It's legit. We set up a private limited company. We're working on a deck.
A safe future for your descendants on Mars or other habitable planets.
And branding concepts on the next page.
That design's pretty good.
Classy, right?
This is impressive, Reg, that you've done this all on your own. I'm impressed.
Yeah.
But it is bollocks. It's not real.
Help me make it real.
I don't know how.
So this, all of this, is this real? Because if this is what real is, I'm not interested.
Weird conversation. I love the dialogue of this show.
I have no choice in the matter.
We all have choices.
I've never been less happy about a business decision, but the potential for future applications. I'm doing what I have to do. By all means, finish your tweet.
Just doing what I have to do. What I should have been doing all along. And I'm taking my work with me.
It doesn't belong to you, Augie.
It doesn't. It shouldn't belong to anybody. It should belong to everybody.
I'm afraid that's not how it works.
It does if I give it to them. All of our research, the specs on our equipment, our work on upscaling an application. All on WikiLeaks and Archive and a dozen other open source platforms.
You wouldn't.
I just did.
I just did. Wow. Could she get in trouble for that?
No one can use it. It belongs to the company and our investors will sue them.
Oh, they can use clean room design. Separate their designers from your IP and cover their asses against copyright infringement. I threw in a guide for that too. But go ahead. Sue everyone. Sue all the governments of the developing world. That'll make you popular.
Maybe I'll just start with you. You'll end up in prison.
Well, they better arrest me fast. My flight leaves in 3 hours.
So that's your plan for your life's work? For your life? Burn it all down and go and get drunk?
It's not for me.
Wow.
So it's all real then?
Yeah.
Fuck. What's it called again? Stairway to Heaven?
The Staircase Project.
Doesn't sound real.
None of it sounds real. Big eye in the sky calling us all bugs.
Science fiction.
Mm-hmm.
Fairy tales. So, who would this Staircase Project turn me into? Maybe some kind of a Sleeping Beauty character?
It's simple. You tell Wade you're not going to do it.
Who else have you got?
We have options.
I know my main qualification is that I'm dying, but you can't just send anyone. Who else is there?
I'm afraid that's classified.
And everything else you've told me isn't?
I'm not supposed to talk about it.
Because she's
You
lying.
haven't got anyone. Well, if you don't have a passenger, it doesn't really work then, does it?
Wow. So cool.
You always worked big. I couldn't. I just didn't have the equipment.
Stop it.
It's all right. I've made my peace with it. But now we could both work big.
Not like this. Why are you staring at me?
I'm not. I'm seeing you. Sometimes when you're really high, you see people. Or maybe it's when you're dying. But I see you. And I love
He had such a trip.
And it's all right. Tell me not to do it and I won't. It's all right.
Such a Zen Buddhist master now. Game theory book is kind of interesting idea. Yi-Wen-Ji. Who's she calling?
I know you don't want to see me, but I need to speak with you.
Calling Jin? Bugs.
He's lost.
What do you care? He's a bug.
Oh, Saul?
Vera knew what you did. It never made sense. Her killing herself over the work. She must have come across, I don't know, an email or text or something.
She always said you were the smartest one. I tried to hide it from her. I wanted to protect her, but I couldn't. She was smart like you. She figured things out.
You failed her.
I failed more people than anyone ever.
How can you live with it?
I won't have to much longer. Why weren't you running your own lab instead of working at Ferris?
I was good at physics, but I never loved it. I suppose that's why I never amounted to much.
In the end, we all amount to about the same. Would you like to hear a joke? So Einstein dies. He finds himself in heaven, and he has his violin. He loves his violin more than physics. He's excited to find out how well he can play in heaven. So he starts tuning up, and the angels rush at him. What are you doing? They say. I'm getting ready to play. Don't do that. God won't like it. He's a saxophonist. So Einstein stops, and sure enough, from high above, he hears a saxophone. It's playing Take the A Train, and he thinks, I'm going to play with him. We're going to sound great together. So he starts playing Take the A Train. The saxophone stops, and God appears. He marches over to Einstein and kicks him in the balls, which hurts, even in heaven. Then he smashes Einstein's beloved violin to bits. Eternity without music. Heaven has become hell for Einstein. And as he writhes on the ground, an angel comes over and says, we warned you. Never play with God.
Is that the game? That's the joke?
Never play with God.
You don't like it?
No, it's not that. It's just...
Humor is a very personal thing. Some people understand it and some people don't. Some jokes are so private, they only make sense to two people. But jokes are important. We wouldn't survive without them. Don't you agree?
That's so interesting.
I have to go. Take care, Saul. I hope my joke doesn't cause you any trouble.
Wow. Is she doing something? What was that about? Is she trying to do something behind the Sophon's back with that?
Henceforth, I swear all my endeavors shall be to affirm my loyalty to the human race, now and into perpetuity, superseding all other loyalties.
What the fuck?
No, I won't sign that.
Why not?
Because I don't feel any loyalty to the human race.
So why are you doing this?
Well, I'm dying anyway, right? Who knows? They might end up being better than us.
They're invading us. They're coming to conquer us. Most likely wipe us out.
So they say.
And you don't want to help us prevent that?
Jin thinks it's what I should do. If you want me to sign a loyalty oath to her, then I will. But to humanity? Nah.
Thank you for your time, Mr. Downing.
Once again, a nod, thank him.
You're perfect for the staircase project. We'll be in touch shortly regarding next steps.
Oh. She thought he was going to not take him for a second.
Why is he perfect for the project? He wouldn't sign the oath.
He's our man because he's not our man.
He really might not be.
I know. He really might not be. That's why they'll go out of their way to pick him up.
Interesting. Yeah, it's a good point, because if they know all this, that he signed a loyalty oath. Or better yet, they know that he didn't. Oh, this is what's her name?
Hello, Tatiana.
Oh, shit.
I heard you were done speaking to us. They said you let Evans die.
We were done speaking to him, but we are not done speaking to you.
What am I? Nothing. A bug.
We know exactly what you are. You are a part of something much larger than yourself. You're a part of us, and we need you.
They're gonna try to get her to kill Will, maybe. Or something. Or kill Yi.
Hello? I'm Dr. Ye.
Sorry, don't know you.
I changed my seat so we could sit together. I hope you don't mind. It would be nice to have someone to talk to.
Who's that guy again?
Yeah, it's a long flight.
I'm drawing a blank on who that is, but he looks really familiar.
Mr. Downing, you have to consent to the procedure 5 times. The questions are designed to avoid the possibility of accidental consent.
Jin,
I told her not to come.
I'm off to Cape Canaveral. First ICBM launches are on Friday. The staircase bombs will be in place in a few weeks, and we'll be ready to send our volunteer on his journey. Exciting days. Did you get a chance to thank him? In person, I mean. For your star.
Will gave me the star.
Oh, he didn't tell you. Yeah, he inherited some money. It's a worthless piece of paper. Drop your price and resell it, or you'll be left with nothing.
Well, I'm not getting any younger.
Are you saying yes, or do you say no?
Okay, but seriously.
Oh, the machine will do it.
You need to think this through. What it means. You're floating in endless, frozen space. Not alive, and not dead. Maybe for thousands of years, maybe forever.
I'm completely unaware the whole time. So basically dead, which is what I was going to be soon anyways.
No, that's best case scenario. Because if they find you, they'll rebuild you. Maybe they turn you into a program and they communicate with you through an interface. You can't see, you can't hear, you can't feel. Whether you like it or not, they just read your mind.
So they read Diary of a Nobody, and then they switch me off and we're back to dead.
Wow.
Okay. Maybe it's not an isolation tank. Well, they want to know everything about what it means to be a human being, and maybe the only way for them to do that is to interact with you. So they bring you back. They run experiments on you to learn how we experience things. What makes us happy?
That's starting to sound pretty good, actually.
What makes us unhappy? What makes us so unhappy that it could be used against us? How do we feel exhaustion? How do we feel fear? How do we feel pain? How much can we take? They can push you to the limit and past it, but you don't get to die. If you do, they'll just bring you back again. And they can do that for a month. They can do that for a century. They can do that for 10,000 years.
So, why would they do that?
I don't fucking know. We don't know what they are. But compared to us, we are bugs, right? Maybe it's an exterminator. Maybe it's a science class. Maybe it's just some nasty little kid that's ripping their legs off for fun. Don't try to figure it out. You just stay away from them.
It is scary.
How many was that?
It's 4. The next one is the last one. Maybe it won't be as bad as all that. Maybe it'll be like I'm a pet to them. Or maybe I'll be like entertainment.
What do you do for entertainment? What's your favorite movie?
The Shining.
That's pretty funny.
How many people get this opportunity?
One.
Say a proper goodbye to a good friend.
Not many.
I never had many friends. But thanks to you guys, always felt like enough.
I'm gonna miss you, man.
Good. If they bring me back, I'll miss you too.
And then Jin's gonna come in right at the end. He's gonna think of the boat. She's gonna miss it, I think. Like, he'll be like, blink, and she'll walk in. got me crying, almost. Jeez. Ah, that's what I thought that was. Is that where she's going? Back where it all started? Was that guy part of their group or something? Who the fuck is that?
I can walk from here. If you don't mind, could I have a few minutes alone?
Yeah, okay.
Thank you.
What a trip. What is she doing there, I wonder? Is she gonna off herself?
Hello, Dr. Yeah.
Tatiana.
It's good to see
Oh no.
Was Officer Collins?
Was that his name?
Oh, that was he a cop?
I'm sorry you had to come all this way to do something I was going to do myself.
Kill her.
It'd be horrible. That fool might not even have her right away. Please, I can give you something better. Something gentle. Something beautiful.
Can we sit for a moment?
Yes, please.
Something weird's gonna happen here. Maybe, maybe not.
When I was your age, this was some of the most beautiful country in the world.
It'll all be better when the Lord gets here.
I'm sure it will.
She doesn't believe it anymore.
Did the Lord tell you why they sent you to me?
Do you know? Perhaps it's just your time. You fulfilled your purpose.
Oh, please, the Lord hasn't forgotten me.
Me too.
I wanted to see one more sunset from this place. Can we watch it together?
I'd like that very much. You've worked so hard. For so long. You deserve a rest.
No. No, 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 no. No. Shit. I wonder if I should just watch the next one. I hear the morning birds. Well, the next one's the last one, so holy crap. Well, that was really good. I don't know, man, what to make of it. So we turn Will into a head in a jar, like in Futurama, and we're sending him off to God knows where, on the stairway to heaven. And then another big move was Augie turning, making the nanofibers like all open source info, basically stealing it back sort of from the company that now controls it. Wade is like, was he saying that he wants to put himself in the cryogenic thing so that he can, and then just wake up every once in a while and like make sure the project is on track, and then he'll still be here in 400 years? I guess they are using the cryogenic thing for Will, but they just can't use his whole body because it's got to be smaller. They're just putting his brain in there or something. I don't quite know, but that seems to be the gist. It's kind of interesting that they like invented cryostasis, you know, because you need it. It's like the classic sci-fi tool, you know. If you're going to send anyone too far for too long at under light speed, try to send them far, then you're going to need generational ship or some kind of cryostasis. And so it's the sci-fi trope, but they, instead of just like having it already, they're like, we finally cracked it. They have a, you know, alien, as in the movie Alien, like cryostasis box, you know. So that's pretty wild. I'm so tempted to just watch the next episode right now. You hear that stupid bird outside? I was so sad at the end when he said goodbye to how many get to say proper goodbye to their friend, and he had to hit those buttons. That was really sad when Jin came in and saw them and started crying. That's kind of the moment where I really almost cried too. So that seems to be it though, right? We just kind of moved, except for now we don't know. I don't know. I also, the other thing was that joke when she was like, she looked at that game theory book and she looked at the Fermi paradox. Fermi paradox is, if there's aliens out there, why haven't they come? You know, where is everybody? That's the Fermi paradox, which is interesting that she had that book was pointed out. But also the game theory book was kind of interesting because that's sort of like, you know, the only thing I really know about game theory is John Nash and, you know, sort of like when used in economics and whatnot, where like, or in war or whatever, when you've got two sides and who are trying to look for a benefit and what are the kind of, you know, trying to reach a certain outcome or whatever. It's just a very like abstract mathematics applied to, or mathematics kind of logic applied to scenarios like that, you know. And so that's interesting because it could definitely, seems definitely relevant to figuring out a way to play this enemy. And since the enemy kind of knows everything you know, except for like Wade was pointing out, it's like they don't really know what, you know, his point. Well, I'm thinking of a number from 1 to 1,000. They can't know what that number is. So there is this one place we can hide, which is in our own thoughts. Like they can't know this sort of thing. And that was really interesting. And then the fact that she kind of was like, I got a few tricks up my sleeve. They showed her kind of glancing at that game theory book. And then she goes and meets with, what's his name? Saul, and tells him that weird joke. Which was, you know, the punchline was don't play with God. And then but she does kind of say, look, humor is very personal, and sometimes only two people understand the joke. And she's like, which made me think like that was a subtle message to him, or perhaps a message that he might get in the future from her in some way. I don't know. It was really, the whole meeting seemed, she's like, I want to meet with you, and then they meet. The whole meeting seemed, you know, on the surface like fruitless, right? She didn't tell him anything really important, seemingly, or he didn't, you know, it was just kind of a strange meeting, and she mostly focused on that joke. It was very interesting. So I'm not sure I feel like she's got something up her sleeve. I feel like this girl is not gonna kill her, but I highly expect to open the next scene, she's dead. That girl killed her. They find her body or something like that. But it seemed to me at the end like there was a play going on in her mind. You know, of course, I'm always concocting these things and finding them out I'm wrong. So I guess I'm probably not right about that. But but it seemed like she's got something more. I mean, if she's just gone and dead in the next episode, you know, it seems like there's more to it, right? So I'd be surprised. So if she's dead, maybe there'll be some sort of larger message come from her that she set into motion somehow, or she's not dead. She actually played this other girl somehow. I forget her name. What's her name? Let's see if I got a list of characters up here. Collins was the guy. I can see that. What was her name? Oh, Tatiana. Yeah, Tatiana. So it looks like she's got a play in Tatiana. Collins, though, I can't remember like where he came from. Maybe should I not read? I don't want to. I better not read. about anything about this because I'll accidentally get spoiled. All right, well, like, subscribe, comment, and if you like full reactions, the link to my Patreon is down below, and I'm going to try to just watch the final episode either now or tonight. I think I might try to watch it now. But, it's another hour. But, yeah. So, yeah, like, subscribe, comment, and, we'll find out what happens. All right, thanks. Bye.